just to be here and to get to know some of the guys and be here, as a member of the Braves organization.
Yeah, a lot of respect for this organization. Grew up watching the Braves on TBS and watching Smoltz and Maddox and Glavine and all those guys do their thing, and then obviously being with that other team up north for a number of years, both as a player and as a coach. A lot of admiration and respect for this group, and just super grateful. Excuse me, super grateful to be here, and looking forward to continuing to work with these guys.
For those who maybe aren't familiar with you as a coach, how would you describe your approach and how you interact with these players?
I like to think that I'm a relational coach. Like to build strong relationships and just try to make the guys the best that they can be. The winning takes care of itself if you have good players and the players are continuing to get better. And it's a really fun group. They're hungry to learn and grow, and so that makes coming to the yard a lot of fun. And hopefully win some games along the way.
What do you make of this rotation?
Yeah, unfortunate news with Schwelly. Like he's so good, and was really looking forward to working with him. But things happen, and but you have a Hall of Famer at the top, and he leads the charge, and everybody kind of falls in line, and he's been such a joy to work with, and anxious now to actually get to see him on a day-to-day basis and see what makes him tick.
Being with the Mets, you've seen this rotation a lot. So what was your outside perspective? And now that you're here with them, just what has that been like?
A lot of strikeouts, not a lot of walks. They pound the zone. They're super athletic, super aggressive, like all the things that you dream of as a pitching coach. Like a lot of these guys have those qualities. So I'm not coming in to like change anything, right? It's like, what are these little things that maybe a slight tweak here or there, whether it's delivery or pitch usage or whatever, and like just try to help, like, because the Braves have been good for a long time, and certainly don't want to come in and like change anything. More or less like come alongside them, and if there's anywhere that I can help or provide a different perspective, certainly want to do that.
How do you gain like the trust and the relationship with the guys?
I think you're just there. You're with them. You're gonna have good days. You're gonna have bad days. And you're the same guy every day. You show up ready to work, ready to put your best foot forward. I think collectively as a staff, as a coaching staff, we had really good people who really care about who the players are and what their goals are, and just helping them do that day in and day out. Then they start to trust you.
What are you going to lean on when you're, I guess, coming to these guys with information? Is you a big analytics guy, just looking at the video, or the stuff that you're seeing in person? Where do you kind of get a lot of your information when you get
Everybody's on a journey, right? Like we're all on this life journey, and we all have these experiences of things that have helped us do the things that we want to do, or have had bad experiences. And so I got to get to know that stuff first, right? We can talk about vertical approach angle and induced vertical break and all these types of things, which are important and they help us drive decisions. But like you got to get to know the person first, and you got to understand where they're coming from, and then you can kind of layer in all these other things to help them along the way.
With getting to know the person, how do you assess Spencer Strider? Because he's probably one of the most cerebral people in that clubhouse.
I would think that I'm a cerebral person as well, so it's been some good conversations. I think we're going to get along just fine.
Getting to work with a guy like Chris Sale too, a Cy Young winner and everything like that. Just what is it, like you said, you're not going to change anything, but just what is it like getting to actually work with him now?
Well, fortunately with the Mets, I was able to work with guys like Rick Porcello, Michael Waka, who's been doing it a long time, obviously Jake and Max and JV, and these guys, and Edwin Diaz, like some really, really good pitchers in our game, both now and in past. And so leaning on those experiences, being a very young coach, dealing with guys that were older than me early in my career, like it sets me up to be able to talk with Chris and be able to figure out if there's anything that I can be another set of eyes for him. And who knows, there may be something along the way where we can work on something and he get better. He will get better. I think that's the beautiful thing about those types of players, those Hall of Fame type players, is they're always hungry. That's the common trait in all those guys, is they're always looking to get better. They're always looking to find the next thing that they need to work on. And that's what allows them to pitch at a high level for such a long time.
Walt had said the other day, all these guys that are in here, they're going to be ready at some point to go. Schwelly, it's an opportunity, maybe not now, but down the road for some of these younger guys, Garrett, JR, maybe Murph at some point. What's the balance for you in the development for them and that relationship building, and then getting them ready to go to that point?
Yeah, I think it's both, right? Sometimes it depends on the day. Like there's some bullpens where it's more like delivery focus and development and those types of things. Other times it's the mentality and like, you know, you're facing whoever is in the box and they're trying to hit the ball as hard as they can back at you. Like you got to be able to deal with that. Maybe you don't feel as good on a particular day. So just meeting them where they're at and like whatever they need for the day, we try to give it to them.
Jeremy, you were pretty high demand. What set the Braves apart? Why did you choose the Braves?
The people. Quickly fell in love with the people here, and I think it was that, and then just like I'd seen the Braves for so long from the other side and had so much respect for them. High class, play the game the right way, have a lot of respect for Walt and what he stands for and who he is, what type of man he is. So it's an easy decision.